Dude, you guys have no fucking idea. Cyberpunk Edge Runners was fucking amazing.
It was fucking amazing.
Dude, it was so good.
You see, I feel like I can't even like say anything about it. So I'm the only one who didn't cry over it.
Fallen said
And
my
I feel
brother.
like such a piece of shit for it.
Fallen said my brother in Christ. When did we tell you to watch the series? Bro, we finally got around to it. All thanks to Deerso. Deerso was like, yo, we should all watch this series.
Yeah, we watched half of it
okay, I can get
last
on board.
night, and then half of it, and the other half tonight.
Bro. Okay. First off, how should we do this review?
You.
Oh my god. Going in, I'm like...
So, yeah, let's start with episode 1, because episode 1 is very different from the rest of them. So let's start with episode 1.
See, it's weird, because like, I like the first half better. I thought it was very, like...
Well, because the first half was like all home, like it just didn't like drastically change. Like it was like, oh, I could get behind series, I could get behind this family and like their interactions, and just like it was for those who've seen like a Kami ga Kill or any series like that where like they all die in the end. It's that. Well, we have spoilers.
You do have a label to spoil me. Did you put that in the...
Yeah.
Okay, you did. That was a good
at the end of the title.
The entire fucking
At the end of the title, he put it.
Dude, like, I just didn't expect it for it to go down that way. From the start, I thought that, I actually thought that Maine, David, and Lucy were gonna live. I thought it was gonna be those three. I thought Maine was gonna live to tell the tale.
I kind of thought that too until, like, that last episode. And I'd said, oh, don't tell me he fucking dies at the end.
I tried making it apparent because going into this, there wasn't a way to describe what cyberpsychosis was, so I kept trying to tell you to look at the eyes to show signs for cyberpsychosis. And that was like one of the main like features they had to tag it or like to describe it.
The series was just a rush. I feel like from start to end, like you didn't really get to like cool down. I feel like you didn't really get to cool down with any of them. The mom dies right away, then
which was also really sad.
Then the crew starts slowly dying. Just seeing like Maine's downfall in episode 6, like him just when Kiwi
him going into psychosis.
That was 3.5 hours long, basically, for all 10 episodes. If you're watching it back to back to back to back.
That's freaking insane. When Kiwi died, like when Kiwi betrayed the team, then tried to help them again, that was deep. Oh, fuck.
It's just a tiny bit.
But
so let's go by like character by character. So let's start with like let's start with David. Let's start main character.
they're okay. A perfect protagonist, like gave off the protagonist vibe. The only thing I hated about David was he tried so hard to act like Maine. He was not Maine. I hated, especially when he got Maine's implants. I hate it when he just being like, "Oh, I'm."
Well, I mean, I feel
shot
like
now.
the whole reason he did that was because, you know, his mom wanted him to be this certain way. Then she died, and so he tried living on to be like her. And then Maine almost became like a father figure to him, to where he died, and David tried saving him as well. Because again, David tried saving the mom, he couldn't. David tried saving Maine, he couldn't.
So, honestly, it's poetic that he was finally able to save someone in the end. He was finally able to save Lucy.
Yeah.
God damn.
Alright, I guess we'll go with Lucy next.
Wait. You guys need to say your opinions. Well, you need to. That's all you had to say about him?
You fucking cut me off, but okay,
sorry.
no, go to the
So we'll keep going. I'm not ready to move on from him yet.
I mean, because I have a lot more knowledge with the game more than you two. But, like, hearing about the school is, like, because the school is never mentioned in the game. So, talking about, like, oh, he's going to school. But knowing the environment that he lives in before, like, while he's going to school with such name, it's like, well, 2 and 2 isn't adding up. So, like, there's either something going on behind the scenes here, or, like, his mother's cutting corners somewhere, or he has ties with the school or something. And then you find out that, you know, because episode 3, when Maine's gang gets revealed, it's found out that his mom was, you know, working with the trauma team, getting these implants for him, and getting money to keep him in the school. So it was kind of like, okay, well, like, what's the word I'm looking for? So it's like, okay, well, you know he's in poverty. You know he's trying to make his mom proud, and then Maine comes along and gives him a chance, and he's talking with him, like, oh, so you ever had a gun before? Yeah, well, if a gun's not enough for you, you're gonna need more implants. And trying to keep him at least self-protected was like a huge thing for him to learn. But then obviously with the goals of trying to get to the top of the tower for his mom and trying to keep everyone together for Maine was just like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
The series could have been so much different if David just did things differently. He had many different opportunities. He didn't have to go back and fuck that kid up. If he never fought the bully, I feel like the plot never would have happened.
I think that was like one of the first things that was said. Was it? No, it wasn't after. Was it after? Because when did you say that? We were like, oh, if. Like,
right,
that
after
asshole,
episode 6.
Yeah, I was like, oh, if the asshole fucking kid never started shit, none of this shit would have happened.
Because he said all that stuff on the day his mom died. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, okay. Jumping ahead. Oh, wait, hold on. Jumping ahead. No, let me finish this thought. That, or when the dad gave him an opportunity to start his life over again. I didn't expect that. I did not expect the dad to be like, hey, I was the one that wanted the whole thing to end. We want you to restart your life. We want you to go back into that school. You deserve your education. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Because he wanted him to go back to the school, so the father could get him to go to Arasaka because he had the implant.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason for him to say, oh yeah, you can come back to the academy. Because the principal was like, yeah, you gotta apologize to his father. And while he was there with the father can talk to him about getting into Arasaka for the implant.
Yeah. But I want to give my thoughts on David. I do 1000% agree that he is like the perfect written protagonist, because again, he starts off as this kid that doesn't care about authority, doesn't want to do anything. Mom dies, tries to save her, he couldn't save her, and then goes this I don't want to say a warpath, but it ends up being like that, to where he starts his character off as someone who doesn't give a fuck, who's just trying to get by. At the very end is someone who's thinking of other people, who sacrificed himself to allow others, specifically someone he absolutely loves, to live.
Also, fun fact, this was one of Megamat's first anime.
This is the first ever anime I fully watched. I was gonna put a tweet about that.
Bro. Yeah, another thing. I thought it was just really interesting coming from someone that's seen a lot of animes too to begin with. I think David has had one of the more rougher starts. Like,
yeah.
A lot of anime like that, like, I'm going to reference things you guys don't know, like Black Clover, My Hero Academia. Deku still had a family, he still had a mother that loved him. He didn't need the quirk. In Black Clover, he didn't need, like, yeah, he got bullied, but he still had, like, a family and stuff like that. No, this guy was poor, lost everything to the end. Like, I just felt like his circumstances starting out, his environment, like, starting in the slums, too. Like, he didn't start in the city, he didn't start in the town, he didn't start with, like, all that. He started straight out in the fucking slums, just trying to survive. But, what was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to touch on. Oh, I want to just jump to another alternate ending. I thought the kid, after, like, the dad got involved, the bully was gonna team up with them. Like, I thought
really?
that's, like, a big trope in anime, that, like, people that, like, piss, like, early, like, antagonists end up turning good and joining them in the end. Like, I thought, oh, hey, you tried to save my father, let me, like, return the favor or something, and, like, he joined the crew and helped them out in the final thing. Was shocked that we never saw that happen. And then another alternate ending I wanted to see was I wanted them all to go to the end, but I wanted the, like, final boss to start ticking them all off. I wish they died to the final boss instead of just dying in the ways that they did. Like, they were just all so, like, oh, is that really how they're gonna die like that? Like, fucking Doria's kill was lame. The fucking long arm guy, I feel like they could. Yeah. His death was lame. Like, fucking Kiwi's death was lame to an extent. Like, I feel like the most gruesome one to me was Rebecca's death, because she was like, "Fuck you, we're having an intimate." I don't know.
That one, as soon as it happened, me and Lindsay's jaws just completely dropped, and we're just staring at.
Well, I wasn't even sure that was him when she said that. I thought it was just like a tank or something. Bro, also,
but no, that as soon as that happened was the complete downfall of everything. Both our jaws just kind of stayed dropped the entire time up until, like, the very end when, you know, Lucy and what the fuck's his name? Falco.
Yeah, he wasn't mentioned
driving
much,
off, and then all I hear. But Litzy bawling his eyes out, and then again at the very end, so Litzy's crying.
I completely lost it when the bad guy point blank shot David in the face. Yeah. I lost it. I'm like, fuck, that's really.
Well, because like I heard you crying. Look over, I see you crying, and then like about like a minute, maybe 30 seconds later, I look over and Deerso's gone.
I'm like this because
Deerso's crying.
Granted, I never saw Deerso cry before either.
So he's like asking me. Megamat's like, so is David gonna die? So I'm like this, like trying not to show any signs of like what's gonna happen, because this is my second time watching it, so I'm full blown knowing what the fuck's gonna happen. So I'm trying to just like keep like make myself look interested but not spoil anything.
Well, know what I think is the main reason why I didn't get too emotionally attached? Was because any time I hear you do something stupid, it lets you think, oh, that's Mega Man. That's Mega Man being retarded. That's Mega Man being stupid. So like at certain points I'm like, why am I even watching this stupid shit? I do think it's Litzy's fault that like I just didn't get attached to it because I just insulted the entire time.
But we're all Chumbas.
So I guess
me and Deerso.
with David out the way, let's go over Lucy. What'd you think of Lucy?
Lucy.
The last like 4 or 5 episodes, she was nude for like 90% of it. She was nude for 90% of the last. For this session of episodes, so I think it was
6 to 10.
4 episodes.
Naked,
yeah, she was damn near naked the entire time.
It's just the thing. I personally, I don't know why she was just gone between after Main's death and then onwards.
That was really out of pocket, I feel.
But I
think it's because she was getting too emotionally attached and seeing because we don't know what happened in the gap. That's why I kept asking you. Oh, so are we gonna go back to that kind of stuff? Because again, him changing his entire appearance to becoming Main is thinking in her mind like, oh, he's gonna end up just like Main.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of his death now.
Because personally, I think it's just because she saw his file in Tanaka, so she's been net running trying to figure out why he was there.
Yeah.
But that's only up to my suspicion. But because that second half of her story in the show is just like not explained.
Lucy was the most complicated character in the story for me to understand. Like, the other ones were like, oh, easy to predict. Like, Well, the first thing I want to touch on is Lucy's love for him kind of came out of nowhere. They didn't really develop that. It's just like, oh.
I mean, you can tell that something was maybe sparking, but first episode, she was a mystery character. Second episode, she was this bad girl, wants nothing to do with anything, but kind of brings him along. Oh, because he's somewhat useful. Third episode, it's oh shit, oh, I betrayed you. Here's my team to fuck you over to steal your shit. Fourth episode is, her getting attached. Fifth episode, fucking.
Dude, they literally, I don't know, their relationship just wasn't forced. It did feel natural, but it just didn't feel it didn't naturally progress. How it was just oh, 1 second they were oh, you have an interest in me? We're fucking right now. That's literally how it
Every time they kind of got close to it, me and Litzy kind of look at each other, Every time they did do it, me and Litzy were like,
Oh my god. The only cool thing was, when Maine and him kept, having that, when they were, relaxing under the umbrella and drinking brewskis, and just, they're like, so, when are you gonna ask her out, huh? When are you gonna ask her out, huh? For, 8 scenes, and just, I don't know. But, moving forward, the relationship was weird, but then when, I
thought it was more weird after the future, in the future. I say future stuff, but
I want to say a 3-day time skip. How many days do you think it was?
I don't know.
After the time skip,
it could be no more than a week.
I think that relationship became weird because they were a married couple then.
Dude, they didn't even let him celebrate his victory, because I said to you, why does he keep going on missions? Why does he need that much money? And then when we saw him in that mansion, he didn't have a moment to being I can't believe I came from this to this now. They never really talked about where the money was going, why they wanted the money. The money in the beginning was supposed to help him save his mom and put him through college. Then what was the whole fucking point of actually committing to the crew at that point? Instead of just wanting to get some pussy after his future got away. He did not need the money. They did not need to keep doing that. Literally, they were done jobs ago, but they just kept doing it. They also weren't Avengers either. They just gang wars all the time. It wasn't they were doing anything noble at the same time.
Night City is.
So they could have stopped that then too. Another thing, another thing is, Lucy told him 1,000,000 times, degrade. That was another thing. David had millions of chances to stop this from happening to him. He did not need all those upgrades. The doctor said, don't do that. Maine said, don't do that. Everyone fucking said, don't keep upgrading, please. And all he had to do was go back. What is their obsession with? No, I need more metal. I need more metal.
He feels that he caused their deaths.
But what does that have to do with taking a step back? Maybe
because again he kept saying that. It goes back to when Lucy said, "Oh, are you doing this for someone else? Or are you doing this for yourself?" He was always doing it for someone else. Started off doing it for his mom. Maine died. Started doing it for Maine. And then at a certain point when it finally became for himself, it half wasn't for himself because it was for Lucy.
I don't know. I just wish he listened more. The doctor was hard to understand too. He was playing out selfish and no, I want to help you. Nah, fuck. The doctor was weird.
Well, no. I mean, I get, yeah. It was weird because he didn't have any money, and then the time jumped and he had money, so now he's helping him. Again, that time jump was weird.
And then she was just being no.
Chat's what the fuck are they talking about, bro?
I understand that she needed her space, and then she was just ended up being used as the bargaining chip.
Because the mic's over and turned.
Yeah.
They just ended up being the bargaining. She just ended up being the bargaining chip towards the end.
Yeah.
I wish they were able to be they gone to the moon together or something, and then he could have died. I don't know. That was another thing I wish. Okay, I'm ready to move on. Do you have anything to say about Lucy?
I don't know. It's like
more of these like side characters. I'm not gonna have too much to say.
I'm just gonna go between
not
like
too much of anything to say.
I'm just gonna go like through the whole crew basically, but I don't know. I don't really have much to say about Lucy. You've pretty much covered most of it. It's just like I don't know why she was net running the whole second half of the show. Like there is kind of no need for it after Main's death, because she didn't explain what she was after. Not even like there wasn't even like a scene where she was monologuing what she was after, and there could have been like something so we can have some sort of comprehension, but we just didn't get anything.
We'll go through. We'll save. I kind of want to save Main for last.
Yeah,
because
we
there's
can.
stuff to say there.
We can start with Pilar first.
Pilar.
Unless you have something for Lucy.
No, I already said it.
Right.
Then yeah, we'll start with
Pilar.
Pilar.
Was the armed
Yeah,
guy.
Pilar was the big arm.
I would say again, a lot of them I'm not gonna remember their names.
I liked Pilar to an extent.
Yeah, but he was funny.
He gave me like Usopp, Krillin vibes. Like he gave me like that. Oh, that silly character that's not really like capable of doing things.
We should like someone like I get
move it
Sophie up
forward.
there and like oh no, I was gonna say move like put the characters on screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no. But like, I thought Pilaf was gonna be like just that. He gave me just the silly character vibes, but he was a creep. Like I liked him, I respected him, but every time he tried to make a move on Lucy, I'm like, it's killing David inside, and then it just made me confused in the beginning too as well. Like, oh, did Lucy actually like Pilaf in the beginning? I don't know, but his death was out of pocket to me.
Again, because again, here comes this indestructible crew, this invulnerable crew, and then bang, and then he's gone.
He dies to a fucking naked zombie. In a
who
sense.
is fucking pissing with a fucking chrome dick.
Why is everything chrome?
So yeah, he basically
that's lanky motherfucker.
I thought he had a cool design though. I liked how big his arms were.
And then when he got his gold,
the gold arms.
So
yeah.
the only scenes I've seen before watching this was Rebecca getting fucking obliterated and the scene where he got his gold arms. That was the only things I've seen of the show.
Like before going in?
Yeah, like before going in.
So how'd you get like spoiled of Rebecca just getting like
just on TikTok and stuff, Instagram when the show first came out.
Also, I want to say a lot of these designs look like they're from Fortnite. Like I kept making a joke, hey, Fortnite skin. But yeah, no, Pilaf was cool. Again, he was the first casualty of the crew. I didn't want him to go out that way.
And like,
but they didn't really.
Again, well, cause it happened. Cause I mean, like, again, the crew's acting normal. It's this guy that seems drunk, just pissing.
Yeah, they got
Turns
done
out to be a
celebrating.
psycho guy that basically lost control, and then everything goes in slow motion, and then his face just explodes because the guy has a gun to his head, and everybody just freaks out.
Also, I want you guys to keep in mind is that they don't grieve over any deaths except Main's. I feel like they just move on so fast when someone dies. Like, especially in the time skip when they had that throwaway character, they were like, he dead. Okay,
well,
whatever.
That's just kind of like how. It's hard to say Cyberpunks because, well, Edge Runners is more or less like what they do, because Edge Runners are basically the jobs of fixers. So, fixers such as the Faraday with the 3 eyes gives Edge Runners, which is the gang that they were all a part of, jobs to do. So, Wakako, which was the lady that was over the phone after he died, she assigned him to their crew, just as like, okay, well, he won't.
No, because he was begging to be a part of it.
Yeah, so he was like, okay, well, I know he's not ready, so just send him anyways. So they're like, okay, well, let's see how you do.
he didn't do. Oh wait, Mega Man was like, I love when Mega Man makes a comment. He's like, "What exactly did this kid do?" And then I was like, "He did nothing. He cried the whole time." And then he fucking sets up the security alarm and fucking explodes. I was not expecting that. I thought they were gonna set him up to be like the next legend or something because he started off like David. When
no, I mean I felt like he was gonna be the first one out, but like not as soon as we say that. It was legitimate. Like, what the fuck did he do? Oh shit! Boom.
Oh, okay.
So I guess up next we'll probably go with Rebecca then.
Dude, okay. Hot take, quick take. Rebecca was the hottest one in the show. I liked Rebecca over fucking
which
Lucy.
Was a little odd.
I don't know. I thought Rebecca was fucking awesome. I was like,
you know, you can alt drag.
Too lazy. Too lazy.
I loved Rebecca's personality. I couldn't.
She looked like a minor.
I thought like Rebecca.
I had to ask if she was a fully grown adult before making any comment.
Megan also doesn't know what lollies are either. They're just like adults that look like children, essentially.
I mean, hey, you're into what you're into. Let's.
I'm
not gonna judge you.
I'm not though. But fucking Rebecca. She had weird chemistry with the group. She was just basically that like Spitfire person.
No, she was that she was that character that, she's that person that their brother had to bring. She was the little sister that their parents.
No, I feel like it was the other way around. She was the person that had to bring.
Whoa, that's actually kind of a good point. Yeah, because she was more useful than him.
Yeah. But fuck.
Baba Lily said, "Watch your tone, MF."
She had a weird relationship with David, though. Like, she wanted to be with David. It was hinted at. I think they even had a line being like, I don't understand why, like, that didn't go any further. Like, at least, like, she showed more interest in David than Lucy showed interest in David in the beginning. That's just my take. But fucking, she held her own against everything. I'm surprised she was one of the last ones alive. Like, fuck, she did not even care versing the final boss either. She shot until she became like a blood stain on the ground. I don't know. I really liked her character.
Yeah.
I just wish that she was like a little more. What's the term?
Stable.
Stable. Yes.
All right, and then I guess next we'll go after Kiwi. Which brought
so thank you for indirect translation.
So Kiwi was the one who brought Lucy into the gang.
Kiwi didn't do much at the very beginning.
She was
just like a side
crew.
Yeah. But then like as time went on, especially after Maine died, she became the network runner. That's the term? I totally forgot. Okay. I'm having a brain fart.
No, you're good.
Here's one of the things I want to say about Kiwi right off the bat before it happened is I told Mega Man I'm not mad that she betrayed the team because fucking David was not showing David was not being not logical. What's the word?
Sensical.
Sensical. David was not being sensical at all towards the end. He was like, "Oh, I want it." Like if David just was like had more of a strategy and more brains about it, then I would feel hurt by Kiwi's betrayal. But Kiwi was like, we all know David. He's gonna fuck up. He's gonna Kiwi was just trying to protect herself. She just
But like her ending, so she kind of as she's radioing into the bad guys. Like, oh, what was she? She was like, oh yeah, they're coming,
yeah,
like,
or whatever. And then she thinks to herself in her head, what am I even doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then ends up kind of like warning them, the good guys. And then, so that paints a target on her now. So she tries running away.
Well, she had a target painted on herself in the whole way because part of the contract was to eliminate anyone who knew about the cyber
we have to talk about one of the rules of the world. Is one of the rules, like the things they kept pushing throughout the series was...
We'll go over that we'll go over that after we're done.
Alright.
So, Kiwi redeemed herself, I think, personally.
Oh yeah, she definitely did, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Because in the end, I mean, of course, she brought Lucy in, and
But I do think her end was sad.
Yeah, no, it was fucked up, but
because she's there beaten to death, bleeding out, and she was basically like, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
she didn't have to, because, of course, she was, for whatever, because I don't know what tie she had with Faraday beforehand that caused her to turn, but she definitely went out of her way to redeem herself.
The thing
for
is,
Lucy.
she didn't have to. I told Megamat if she wanted to live, when Faraday said she wasn't getting her money yet, I would have just left town. I wouldn't have cared. I would have dropped everything. She could have gotten away. It would have been extremely scummy, but she could have gotten away. Oh my god! It's like Kiwi was just I feel like to balance out the roster with females as well. Like, not that it's a bad thing or anything, but like the Kiwi's purpose to the team didn't come towards the end, because everything that Kiwi did, Lucy did in the beginning anyway. So
yeah.
Alrighty. And then I guess that leaves us with.
Oh wait, we forgot to say the part when Maine completely fucked her shit up though when she was edge running. Like, I thought she killed Kiwi when that happened. I thought he killed Kiwi
In episode 6, when
she was still hooked up trying to get into that guy's
took her
brain.
mask off.
Oh.
But I guess we'll go over Dorio now, the lover for May.
I have the least to say about her. I feel like she kind of she really didn't contribute anything. She just kept the group stable. She was the motherly figure, obviously, and kept the group stable. She really didn't do anything incredible at all. But she was in a lot of the story, but didn't do anything memorable at all.
Other than get killed by her husband.
No, she didn't. She didn't die.
She protected.
She tried getting in front of him to not get shot,
die
and then she got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah. She died due to the husband getting shot at.
Then I guess that leaves us with Falco next, who is the cowboy driver of the group.
Deerso just told me that Falco was voiced by Matt Mercer, aka Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, fucking McCree from Overwatch, fucking. Oh wait. Is it bad to call him McCree these days?
Cassidy is probably your go-to term.
Cassidy. Sorry, I dead named him by accident. I haven't caught up on Overwatch lore, but...
Come on, Trink, you don't... Why does it have to be such a big fucking image? Oh my god. Oh my god! Thank you. Oh my god! Christ almighty. There.
His legs.
There. Fucking... Falco, the cowboy driver.
Okay. Him, I was like, why is he new?
He popped up, he's popped up first in episode 6. There wasn't much to, that was explained about him until episode, whenever they hit the Militech truck, for the cyber skeleton.
He was just for those who've seen anime, they always kind of do this, it's a common trope that, halfway through a series like this, or in the middle, they'll just throw in another character into the group. But the way that Falco was interacting with everyone, he felt like he was there from the beginning. He always felt like he was a part of the team. I was like, oh, he's new, and then never thought about it once again after. I thought it was funny that his name's Falco, and the only other character in existence I know is Falco is from Star Fox, and they do the same thing. They pilot, they're smug, they're just exactly like that. He was cool, and he was the second other survivor.
He got his leg. Oh no!
No, he got his arm kicked off. Like it was like a fucking pebble on the ground, bro. But he was the getaway driver. He did. Yeah. That was.
Well, last thing. So one of the last things that happened was, David kind of looks over at him just before the final technical battle, and goes, "Hey Falco, I need a favor." Boom! Everything happens. The one chick dies. His arm gets kicked off, and then
as Lucy was distracting Smasher,
Lucy and Falco in the car, he fucking zooms off. Lucy's begging him to turn around, and he goes, "No, this was David's last wish to split the final money between me and you, and to get the hell out of here."
Dude, I loved him. His skill was getaway driver, but it's not the best way to explain it. Like, he was the getaway driver, though. Like, I feel like he could have gotten away with anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was really cool.
You know?
He was a brother.
Mm-hmm. I guess
Chad.
that leaves us with our last member of the crew, Maine. Oh boy.
Honestly, he was the best character of the series.
I was gonna say,
wasn't
the
the protagonist.
Again, first thing we see of him is he wants to
Beat the shit out
of David because he has the cybernetic implants.
Yep.
Which we find out was originally supposed to be for him to begin with, and I'm kind of glad he didn't get it because he was already going.
He was very unstable as is.
But I feel like his instability also came out of nowhere. Like, he didn't upgrade, he didn't do anything. His instability just happened. Like, that was like another weird thing. I don't know.
You know, Maine was... He was kind of all over the place, just like kind of... Because he definitely was like the tough guy of the group, obviously the leader.
He was a cool leader.
So he had to be bulked up, and of course, working with David's mom to get more implants.
He was Ghetto All Might. That's the best way to describe it for the people in the audience. Ghetto All Might.
But I mean, he in the episode before he died, he kind of like redeemed himself, just like sitting with David, just like talking about life, like teaching him how to use a gun, teaching him how to drive, talking with Lucy, and just like talking about life and all that.
The thing though is, again, I feel like his cyber psychosis was also like just
Which, if you guys don't know, is the effect of injecting himself with chrome.
Getting more implants.
Yeah.
The more implants you get, the more it takes a toll on your body. Then you'll go insane.
But he was sobering up towards the end. How did he die again? Like
So in his cyber psychosis in the desert, he built a shrine for Doria, full of trees, and he was gonna light it on fire. But in reality, it was a bunch of explosives, and as the SWAT was rolling in, he blew it up. And in between the explosion and him dying, David used his implant to grab his arms and then leave as it was exploding.
The thing is, it was also like poetic. Well, not full circle because David wanted his arms anyway. He wanted his
because
after
what was the other guy's name with the hands?
Pilar.
After Pilar died, Maine tried giving him his hands,
his arms,
and he didn't want him. He wanted Maine's, and then Maine said, "Okay, off my cold dead body."
But
damn, he got his wish.
But the thing is, when he grew into that body part, it kind of like made him look like disgusting. David's this scrawny little guy, and then they put him on a big hole. Like, hey guys, like, you know that swole Roblox meme guy? Like, you're just like, hi guys, I'm Damien. I mean, I'm David. Why do I want to say Damien? But like, fuck.
Alright, and then I guess that leaves us with our final character, who might surprise you guys with the voice actor. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Sorry. I'll pick it up.
Well, his name is Faraday, so obviously you guys know Faraday, the big fixer man with the 3 eyes.
I thought he was cool. I loved his design.
But to the people at home, Faraday is voiced by this guy. I forget his name, but Breaking Bad is more or less where you people might know him from. Which is quite a surprise. Well, the viewers, because I don't know where to like explain, because I don't know his name, but I know he's like.
Wow, you have a computer right the fuck in front of you.
Oops. But
I also thought I told Deerso, I think he had the coolest voice actor. Like I really liked his. It was like affirmative. Like he talked like a fucking robot.
Because you wouldn't think that he voiced him, like because. Like the first few episodes he was in like on screen, I was like, okay, well I know I don't know who he is, but like as he was talking with Kiwi, he started like letting his tone down, and I'm like, wait a sec, I think I know this accent, so I looked it up. I'm like, holy fuck.
He was like the prim and proper like big bad. I thought he was gonna be a boss battle too, but he just ended up being a slimy bitch. He was though. His design was cool. He was menacing in the first 5 episodes, but when he was just getting power hungry. Like he just was like, give me power, like and stuff like that. I don't know. I kind of feel like it ruined his character in the end. Like I feel like we should talk about the rule now. One of the main things that the world for
Cyberpunk Night City
is never trust anyone. You can only trust yourself. And the show constantly reminded you that of the whole time.
Can't use anyone as a crutch.
But it was ironic because when the villain started getting power hungry, he like threw away all the morals to society. Like it's like he forgot how the whole world worked. He just thought, hey, I delivered them. I'm rich now. I will be a part of your corporate ladder. And even like what's the big corporation? The guy that's hiding out.
Arasaka.
Arasaka was like, even the Arasaka employees are like, you stop that motherfucker from entering that building. He's trash like the rest of them. But he just thought like, oh, I'm gonna join Arasaka after handing them all in. Fucking the Arasaka team is it just thinking about them is still giving me chills. Just knowing that like the story's not over and like what they're capable of realistically. Like, I don't know. I have more to say.
The rich stay on top while the poor stay poor.
They always brought up the fucking platinum death insurance plan. Just like, fuck,
oh my god,
what?
Yeah.
That bitch got platinum,
it was
of course.
So sad when the mom
died because he didn't have fucking health insurance.
Yeah, well, no. What was sadder about that is so the mom got picked up from the trauma team, and then sitting in the hospital waiting room. David asks, "Can I go see him?" And he goes,
"No,
sorry,
your mom. Wait,
that's not part of your insurance package. You can't go. You can't visit your mom.
Your mom's perfectly fine. Wait. Your mom's perfectly fine. Don't worry."
Oh God, yeah. Next thing you know, oh yeah. Unfortunately, your package didn't include a successful surgery, so she's dead.
Yeah, no, the surgery was successful for a second.
The surgery was successful, but your payment didn't go through. So we killed that bitch ourselves.
I almost spit my drink. That's so bad. Hey, the surgery was successful, but you didn't pay, so we killed your mom.
Credit card was declined.
And your mom. And wait, didn't he have the nerve of being like, "We'll help you pick out like a funeral package, but we don't even know if your mom's insurance can cover that." That is so fucked.
Bubba, I only brought it up at the beginning while we were starting talking about this. So I guess we've gone over most of the characters. So who was your favorite character out of the whole show?
I have to pick 2. David and Maine.
I really like David, but like I really like Lucy as well. Only because at the especially like again, all she really wanted was like the simple life, go like and just like the one dream of going to the moon. And when she had the ability to get out due to seeing the damage it's causing, she tried getting out. We
have one last character. Adam. Atom Smasher. That was another thing that I want to say that the world and the world building of Cyberpunk really did, is they always kept talking about, like, these legends, these people that exist in the world that were able to...
No, we'll just say it out loud.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
What?
So, well, because the world building in Edge Runners is almost 1-to-1 with the actual game.
See, I never played the game, but I just thought, like, they're, like, knowing, I'm like, why do they keep mentioning the Atom Smasher? Why do they keep mentioning, like, this tech? Like, why do they keep mentioning, oh, there's gonna just be another legend in the book, both of them, and stuff. Like, also the existence of Atom Smasher shows that David could have made it. Because Atom Smasher was all chrome, but the more chrome you are, the more psychotic you get.
But Atom Smasher was fully chrome. Because when they first met, he's like, heard you went noGanic, full Borg way back. So, like, no human brain to go Cyber Psycho, no human heart.
So did they just transfer his consciousness into the body then?
Basically, yeah. So he was basically like this god of death, basically, stopping, because if there was any threat higher than the SWAT to take care of, he would be that priority.
But that's the thing, though. The whole series talks about, like, the what was it called?
Sandevistan, which is the implant that slowed down So the Sandevistan is the implant that David got to slow down time around him.
Sandevistan basically made him into the Flash. Just think of that.
It was, so if you remember the first scene with that gun showdown, that was where his mom got it from. But he experienced it through the brain dance from the guy that they had to capture. Because he was able to hunt down whatever.
You just reminded me, what made David special to begin with? Was it because of the brain dance? Was it because he was able to experience it without experiencing it? Like, why was David the only one that could handle using the Sandevistan?
He was just special, I guess. He's just built different.
That was the thing they said, it's just that some people in that world are just built different. That was literally it.
He just had a higher tolerance to... Because that was a military implant, so... That's not just, just cyber arms. It's like literal military grade use, so that required more like power to use without going like, without losing your mind, I guess, or like wearing your body down. So he was able to use it X amount of times before it actually took effect on his body.
Yeah, because, like, using it would, like, paralyze him and stuff like that sometimes. Like, overall question, do you recommend people to watch even if they don't know? Yes.
So, that's a different... Because some of the things, so there's a bunch of stuff that I had to explain to them, like a net runner, why women were naked.
Yeah, they use a lot of terms as well that, like...
Yeah.
They don't actually explain.
Yeah, they have their own slang.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Choomba, Gonk, Nova.
Eddies.
Wait, what was the P one?
Preem.
Preem.
They cut down a shit ton of words, so like I at least watch like a playthrough for like the first few missions to understand the So basically there's these people called netrunners, and what they do, they go into like I don't know how to describe it, but
they go into the subconscious mind, imagine the internet subconscious mind.
So do you know the one episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner goes into the internet? Imagine that, but in the future. So
that is actually a fucking solid ass way of explaining that, dude. If you explained that to me when we first started watching,
I
think I would have cried at the end.
That just kicked in.
Oh, Bubble Alley, we said fucking Lucy. Lucy was naked the last 4 episodes.
Yeah, from episode 7. Oh no,
7, yeah.
Yeah, episode 7 to episode 9, she was naked 100% of the time, and then episode 10, she was clothed.
So, basically, people would go into the internet to like hack, but you need it because you need
We are not. It's the show. It's the show.
Your body needs to be at a cool temperature before your brain explodes. So either you're in like a corporate chair hooked up with this suit that cools your body, or you're just in an ice bath.
And they preferred to go naked. It's not us, it was the character.
So
we didn't choose to watch it!
Lucy wanted to go into the ice bath because of her past.
Yeah, she was also traumatized.
Because of her PTSD.
I'm not gonna make that joke.
So that's why her and Kiwi are basically in ice baths the whole time. But so that's why women were naked.
And then like we saw half a Shaft once when the dude was pissing. When,
that was
when the first guy died.
Yeah.
We saw half a Shaft.
What do you mean we choose? Oh my god.
Technically, I didn't, because I didn't know what the fuck this was. I thought we were watching, like, a Blade Runner movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mega Man thought it was a movie, and we were like, no, dude, this is a series.
I didn't fucking know. Oh, okay, you guys want to watch Edge Runners? I guess. Like, apparently we're going to the bar on Thursday. Like, I said, oh, I'm not too sure. But they're like, okay, deal, it's a plan. It's like, I never fucking agreed to this shit.
What other subplots do I have to explain? Oh, yeah, the Ripper Docs. So, basically, so instead of surgeons, there's these guys called Ripper Docs to, implant you. To give you your implants, and it's a lot more brutal than just a surgeon.
Dude, they'll like rip your limbs right off and then just inject a robot one. Like, when he was getting the Sandevistan in, the guy literally ripped his spine out like it was like a fucking toy. I feel like he was just like, yank!
I think like the first eerie thing we saw was, was it episode 1 that he put the spinal implant in?
2.
The beginning of episode 2. Yeah, he just comes in, goes to the doctor,
because we never see
down,
his face,
and then just grabs the knife and just tears open his back, and puts the spinal bio thing in. Cybernetic.
But yeah, no, but yeah, if you watch the show before you played the game, you'll understand some basic premises of the game. But if you do choose to return after playing a little bit of the game, you'll be like, oh, okay, now I understand this. Or, oh, I understand what they're saying now. But if you have no idea about either or, I would say probably watch, like, maybe an hour or two of the main story of the game before watching the show, just so you have an understanding of, like, what's being said and who is doing what. But...
Yeah, no, but I wanted, like... One of the other topics I could think of is the Sandevistan. Like, this was, imagine it like a holy, like, this item, extremely important, extremely powerful. Then you find out towards the last 3 episodes is that it's not just the spine, you could have the whole fucking body. Like, the spine alone was powerful. But then they put him in the whole fucking body, and you're like, fuck. I was like, is he gonna become God now with that? But then when the Atom Smasher came in, it was being like, it's fucking child's play. I'm like, huh?
Child's play.
Huh? Like, so I never played the game. I don't know why he thought the same Devastation was child's play. I'm assuming that a lot more people in the game have similar tech and abilities now that you said, like, but he was like the Sandevis, all that's like child's play. Like,
basically, the Cyber Skeleton when he went in, because Atom Smasher also had the Sandevisan, but basically the Cyber Skeleton was what he was saying it was child's play. because basically the machine was doing all the work because it had gravity assisting like plates to keep him up, because that was the first thing he broke before he killed him, was break both of his...
Oh yeah, no, he was just a body at the end.
Yeah, because he broke both of the machines that kept him standing up, and then when he broke the second one, that's when he keeled over and his spine kicked in and broke.
But the fact though, like we spend this whole series of people saying like the same Devastan is this ultimate thing, it's this ultimate weapon, everyone wants it, and then they're like, oh, here's the whole mech suit, and we're like, what? And then just for the Atom Smasher to just be like the Daemon Ex Machina of the whole thing, like the negative Daemon Ex Machina being like, oh yeah, no, this is like fucking nothing, and then just wrecks everyone. Like, I thought that was just really interesting to being like, they set up the whole, like, imagine in One Piece, and they found the One Piece, and there'd be like, oh, the One Piece is nothing, and then like some other guy comes and completely wrecks everyone. That's the best way I describe it. Or like, I don't know.
Or how about this? Frieza gets the 7 Dragon Balls, wishes to be powerful. Goku comes in, more powerful, beats the ever-living shit out of him. What was the point of the 7 Dragon Balls then?
Yeah, that's a better one. It's just like, you could all like always like wish for like more strength, but like it just being like, I thought that was it, and be like, no, there's even the Super Ultra Dragon Balls now. Like, no, it's exactly like that.
Any final closing statements?
I'm going through it all. The fact the Atom Smasher showed a sliver of mercy before the Atom Smasher just completely knocked his lights out. He was like, you show promise, you could join us. And he was like, fucking without any hesitation, David was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like literally like, fuck off, and then he was like point blank to the head, and then that's when I started bawling my eyes out. I don't know if it was just the delivery of that line, like, fuck, like, I thought maybe he would have went with him and worked with the Atom Smasher just to keep himself alive or something. He was like, no, fuck you, and he's like, okay, bye. But I gotta see how much the game is on the Xbox store.
PlayStation 5 would be your better bet.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah, no, it's not good on the Xbox One. So
okay,
yeah, you have the Series X.
I was gonna say
Series X, PlayStation 5, probably better bet.
Because I just want to, now that I learned that the Atom Smasher is a boss in the game, I want to just play the game and just kick his ass. Like, I was like, I got up and was just like furious with them. Like, I never felt like so much rage. Like, the fact that we know that we could kind of like avenge these characters in your own way by playing the game, I just want to challenge that fucker, bro. That's everything. The Atom, like, oh my god, I don't know. It's just, it was a good series. Definitely like an A tier anime for me. So any overall thoughts?
Let's go. I guess I'll ask you about the music. I'm a big music guy, so let's start with.
I only really pay attention to that end song.
Let's start with like the fighting music. I don't know if you've really paid attention to most.
Oh,
of that.
There might be a spoiler to the game. Some new guy just showed in. Also, hi new guy.
So basically, what he's saying, because you can save before you go fight him, so he probably went back and killed him a bunch of times. So I guess we'll go with the music then. Let's start with the intro that we listened to twice.
The intro was cool. But it's not something I put in my playlist to listen to a bunch of times. But I like the intro.
Okay. But you probably same thing.
For the intro?
Yeah, this fire.
I asked to watch it again just so I could see it today, but you guys didn't let me.
I played it twice.
We did play
Today?
it with...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, where was I the first time?
Just super invested in the story, bro. But,
okay.
Well, I think I thought of another thing.
No, I lost it.
Okay, then what about the song? I really want.
Oh, I remember. Don't forget the anime was made by Studio Trigger. They made Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, Fromare, and I forgot the last thing they made, but their studio is known for making hits like this.
And then we'll go with the song for Lucy and David. I really want to stay at your house.
That was really sad. I immediately saved that one.
Yeah, no, that's going in my playlist. I will listen to that one a lot. Like, that song fit the mood perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why, like, in the beginning, I'm like, it's getting, like, really sentimental, talking about, like, cupboards and all that. But then when I realized, like, once I saw all the lyrics to the song and while I was playing, you need to have the emotional attachment of the series to go with
Correct.
listening to the song first.
I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think the lyrics match up with what happened in the show because it's kind of coming from a perspective of like someone reminiscing of a past of someone who just threw everything away. But watching the show, I don't think that's what happened. Because like it's like, I couldn't wait for you to come and take back your stuff, and now I'm here reading between the lines. And it's just like, so there's a party, do you want to go? But I just want to stay at your house. And I hope everything works out.
Wait, do not explain the ending of the game.
No.
Because we're both gonna play it. We have not played it. I'm probably gonna stream it soon.
I haven't finished it either. So none of us know the endings of the game.
And then I'll probably, yeah. Probably either in between or after GTA 3 I'll start it.
Okay, but yeah, no, because listening to the cover that I like it's just like a normal song for me. But listening to the actual like song made for the game that was put in the show, it's just like, well, fuck, my mind is just destroyed.
Dude, the song, the way, if you watch the series start to end, when that song plays, if you have a heart, not saying that Mega Man doesn't, you'll start crying. You'll start.
No, because you were a big reason why I couldn't.
You'll just start crying. Like, it has that, like, impact on you. Like, I lost it.
I'm trying to think. So we went over David, we went over Lucy, Kiwi, Maine, Dorio, Pilar, Rebecca. Yeah, that's the whole gang.
I mean, there was that bully character in the beginning,
Katsuo,
he was irrelevant. Like, I thought he was gonna join the crew. He didn't.
Yeah, no, he was just a spark for the plot.
The Ripper Doc was still scummy, I feel like.
Yeah, Ripper Doc was... basically, that's just another Night City resident.
Oh, the guy who made the porn. We never talked... Should we even talk about that on here? We could go the whole...
We don't have to explain what he did.
Yeah, no.
Or, like, what he does as a job, but we could talk about him.
There was another important character to the show, but, like... in the overall scheme of things, he wasn't really important. He was just like, oh, okay. I don't know, that's just how I see him. Yeah. And then the guy's dad. The guy's dad was important, though.
I'm trying to think.
No, I think we covered everything
now. Yeah, I think that's everything I got. Oh, you?
Yeah, nothing else. It was just a really good series.
Yeah. Alrighty, well...
Stop trying to spoil shit.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Alrighty.
Well, that's it. Alright, cut it.
Alrighty, I would like to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.